The Maple Leafs continue to get the job done without their captain as the goaltenders have been standing on their heads. Hey everyone, welcome to Inside the Leafs. Rob Wong joined alongside by Toronto Sun Maple Leafs writer Lance Hornby, and Auston Matthews back at practice with the Maple Leafs on Tuesday. Most likely won't play on Wednesday against Florida, but possibly on Saturday against Tampa. Regardless, there doesn't seem to be much panic going on right now in Leafs Nation as the Leafs continue to have success without him, going 7-1 so far during this stretch with Matthews sideline. So the question everyone has on their mind is there something to this, or is it just a coincidence?
Well, there's a lunatic fringe out there that says, "See, they don't need Auston Matthews. Just move on." Maybe they should look at trading him. No, it's seriously. You know what? You don't say no to a 69 goal scorer when he comes back. I think he also is the captain. He was poised for a really big year. This was different, this whole injury thing, in that they decided to take the cautious route with it. Matthews was very vocal about him maybe trying to rush back a couple of times before. That's why we haven't seen him in what will be 24 days coming up from that game to Florida. You know what? Kudos to the Leafs for pulling together, not with just without him. They're missing 7 guys altogether. So they've got a great combination of the remaining core players who've done quite well, and the Marley call-up. So you know what? It more power to them if they could get going. And it's hard. I get your question. It's hard for us to think that the Maple Leafs would go into a game against the Stanley Cup champions and not be 100% concerned that Matthews isn't in the lineup. But they've done well, and it's going to be an interesting test to see how he fits in when he comes back. I mean, already you've seen them keep Mitch Marner and John Tavares together. Usually the Marner-Matthews combination is there. Craig Berube likes what he sees from that. Be interesting to see who Auston Matthews winds up with on a line when he does return.
Meanwhile, it's likely Anthony Stolarz and Joseph Woll will be splitting the starts this week in Florida, and deservedly so. Both have played extremely well of late, both with save percentages above 920 on the season, Lance. Do the Leafs currently have the best goalie tandem in the NHL?
Well, on paper, you'd have to say yes, because as of yesterday, I think Connor Hellebuck might have passed him again. But the save percentage that Stolarz had at 927 was leading the entire league at the start of the week, and then you had Joseph Woll being named one of the 3 stars for the 2 games that he played well in last week, including the shutout of Vegas. Do they have the best combination? That's certainly going to be up there, but you have to look at Hellebuck, Philip Gustafson. Do they have the best overall goaltending? That remains to be seen. I don't think anyone wants to go out on a limb and say that with the Maple Leafs. We're not even really at U.S. Thanksgiving yet, but what a great sign from a team that this has been their Achilles heel. And even when you've seen Woll falter a bit health-wise, Stolarz was right there. He's doing a wonderful job, and he's also a very big man, very imposing, and this is what they wanted. They wanted someone to push Joseph Woll, and I think that has been the case. Maybe he thought he was a little bit more complacent with Ilya Samsonov and other players there because they weren't really consistently proving that they could take that number one job away from him. Now you've seen Stolarz take the number 1 job and run with it.
Lastly, some Maple Leafs will be getting Stanley Cup rings on Wednesday when they go to Sunrise. Not too often you can say that, of course, but Anthony Stolarz, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, and Steven Lorentz are the 3 players that were on that Cup-winning squad last year. Should be a pretty incredible moment for those 3 guys, Lance.
Yeah, you know what Lorentz was saying today. He feels like a kid before Christmas. He's seen the pictures of the rings that the incumbent Panthers picked up. Apparently, it's a really nice box and little video plays when you open it. But this is kind of finally, I guess, cutting the cord with this team. This will be the last sort of acknowledgement of a wonderful year for both of them. And you know what, timing's everything. Especially these guys were sort of journeyman players, and all 3 of them wound up in Florida at the right time. And, Lorentz has said before, he's got a tattoo of the cup on his one leg. He says he's leaving the other leg bare in case the Leafs win one. But, outside of Toronto finally getting their rings, it's a huge moment for them. It's going to take place, I believe, at the morning skate tomorrow with an official from the Florida Panthers dropping by with the hardware.
Well, as you said, they all landed there in the right time last season. They're hoping for that this year with the Toronto Maple Leafs. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments section below. For Lance Hornby, I'm Rob Wong. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.